Hello everyone. Today we are going to start differentiability. In differentiability, we start from basic concepts. After that, we deal with some results for a function to be differentiable, and we define what's about the left hand derivative and right hand derivative and other things. So I start from here, differentiability. So basic concept of differentiability is a function, let any function f is said to be differentiable if, main thing is, if its graph has no corner points. Condition number one is its graph has no corner points. One more condition is there, and that is has unique tangent. Here I want to characterize what is the meaning of unique tangent. So it means if or with finite slope. So unique tangent means the slope of the tangent at that point of the given function will be what? Finite, then we say unique. Okay? At every point on the curve. So this is simple thing about the differentiability. Any function f is said to be differentiable at that point if graph of its function has no corner points as well as has unique tangent at every point of the graph. So I take here two examples. For example, if I take this function and very easy function, this is called, that is modulus function. Technically its graph is like this. This is point O. Is there any corner? Yes. So here write corner at which point? O. Therefore not differentiable. So if there is corner at any point on the curve, in that case we say it is not differentiable. It has no corner, then we say yes, it is differentiable. I am going to take second example, that is for the function like this. So I want to make it clear for the corner points as well as finite slopes. If we draw here tangent, then what's about the nature of the tangent? Here it has vertical tangent at a point O, or we can say slope is infinite. Slope of tangent is infinite at point O. Therefore again not differentiable. So we have to check these 2 points. Now how we define differentiability of a function at a point? Like as continuity, first we start differentiability at a point, then differentiability in open interval, then closed interval. So differentiability of a function at a point. A function f is said to be differentiable at a point C if both limits left hand derivative, that is s tends to 0, and f of it is actually the point is C minus h minus the value of the function at C, and in case of left hand derivative here we write minus h, and in case of right hand derivative we take limit h tends to 0, actually it is f then C the point plus h, it remains same, and here that is h. So these are two limits, one is called left hand derivative, other is right hand derivative. Then exists means has finite value and equal. This is the criteria that is to be differentiable, that is at any point C of the function. Here this is called left hand derivative at C, or we can write the same thing as left, the derivative at C is denoted by this. Now this is called right hand derivative at point C, and it is also denoted as right then derivative at C. This is about the concept of differentiability. Both the limits exist, they have finite value and they are equal also. If it does not exist, then it is not differentiable. If it does not exist, not differentiable. If both limits exist and they are having different value, again they are not differentiable. If a function is y equal to fx, then we denote its derivative by, that is, it is operator for differentiation, so it is y then fx, then that is f dash x, y dash y1, etc. These are the terms to denote derivative of a function y with respect to x. Now I am going to deal one theorem, and that theorem states that if a function is differentiable at a point C, then it is also continuous at that point. So I am writing the statement theorem: if a function is differentiable at point C, then it is also continuous, okay, at that point. So simple statement is there: if there is any function which is differentiable at any point C, then that gives guarantee to be continuous at that point. And I'm same time saying that converse of this theorem need not be true. It may be or may not. So first of all we have to prove it, then we deal with its converse. Let function be f(x). Okay. Now given that, what is given? F is differentiable at C. So what does it mean by the definition of differentiability? That is, the limit x tends to C, then f of x minus f of C divided by x minus C, that is exist, or that is f dash C, and x is not equal to C. This is equation number 1. If it is differentiable, so it is true. And on putting here x minus C equal to h, we get earlier one left hand derivative and right hand derivative. So it is also shows what? Differentiability. On putting x minus c equal to h, we get that is x equal to t, x equal to c means s tends to 0 and corresponding change is there. Now we start here, we have fx minus fc. We start from here, it is equal to, this is the term fx minus fc, dividing it by x minus c and multiplying it by x minus c for x is not equal to c. Now taking the limits on both sides, we get, when we take limit left hand side, that is x tends to c and it is fx minus fc is equal to, that is limit x tends to c fx minus fc, that is x minus c and it is equal to x minus c. Now we may separate the limit by using the property x tends to c. This is fx minus limit x tends to c fc. For this we may write directly fc, it is equal to limit x tends to c fx minus fc divided by x minus c, then into limit x tends to c, it is x minus c. This is the situation. Now it implies, that is limit x tends to c fx, it does not depend on x, so that's why we write minus fc, and it is equal to, by equation number 1 we get it is equal to f dash c, and putting this as 0 we get, it implies limit x tends to c fx minus f of c is equal to 0 by equation 1, and it implies limit x tends to c fx is equal to, and this is which we want to prove continuous, therefore f is continuous at x equal to c. It means in all the cases, if the function is differentiable, then that gives guarantee to be continuous. So finally we may use that. This is the proof. Only we have to multiply it by x minus c, and for balance we have to divide. And since we are not going to put here x equal to c, it is converted into derivative of f at c, that's why. Now converse need not be true, but converse of this theorem need not be true. It means it is not true always, it may be or may not. That is, differentiable function is always continuous, and continuous function that is continuous function may or may not be differentiable. Okay, so for this we use the way of contradiction. It means I am going to take one function and we contradict. So let fx is equal to, that is mod of x minus 1 is a continuous function. Okay, now we write, that is fx is equal to, that is what, actually it is equal to mod of x minus 1. It may written as, that is for x is less than 1. For x is less than 1. We characterize it. It comes as minus, then x minus 1, and it is for x is greater than or equal to 1, it is x minus 1. It is written as it is equal to, when we solve it, then we get 1 minus x, and it is x minus 1 when x is less than 1, when x is greater than or equal to 1. This is the function. Now we are going to find both the limits. So I start from here, that is right hand derivative. It is equal to right hand derivative of the function at x equal to 1. By definition, directly we write, that is limit h tends to 0, then f, that point in case of right hand derivative. So we use here plus h, okay, 1 plus h minus f of that point, and it is equal to h. This is criteria for right hand derivative. Now when we get the value of this, so in case of this, where it is more than 1, so it comes as 1 plus h minus 1, then f1. When we put x equal to 1, then we get 1 minus 1, 0. So it is minus 0 divided by h, and it is equal to limit h tends to 0, h by h, and it is equal to, that is 1. At the same time, we wish to get left hand derivative. 1. By definition, simply we write h tends to 0, and it is that point minus h minus, at that point, minus h. It is equal to limit h tends to 0. Now we use this part when it is less than 1. So it is 1 minus x. So here we write 1 minus, at the place of x, 1 minus h. So it is 1 minus h. What is the value of the function at x equal to 1? It is 0, and it is equal to minus h. It is equal to limit h tends to 0. It is 1 minus 0, then it is h by minus h, and equal to minus 1. Since right hand derivative is not equal to left hand derivative, therefore fx is not differentiable at x equal to 1. In this way, we are able to show a function which is continuous that do not give the guarantee it is differentiable also. Okay.